develop the Recto Bank based on your opinion as the Department of Defense?
Ma'am, let me answer it this way. We should be able to.
Wow.
We have to be very vigilant also and to be very aggressive in enforcing Philippine interests, first and foremost, Your Honor.
So ito mga kabanat no, ang ginawang kumbaga confirmation appointment ni National of Defense Gibo Teodoro na talaga mga kabanat yung mga senador ay parang na ano nang wala silang maitanong dito mga kabanat. Ultimo itong si ano pangalan nito si Risa Hontiveros mga kabanat ay napahanga no. Yung mga tanong niya kasi mga kabanat ay talagang hindi talagang nasagot talaga ng tama ni Gilbert Teodoro. Kaya nga pagka ilang minutes lang ay talagang inaksyonan na talaga at wala man nang nag-object dito mga kabanat. Pero swerte lang dito dahil nga hindi pinayagan itong mga makabayan black na makasali dito sa confirmation appointment. Kasi kung nakasama diyan halimbawa si Raul o di kaya si Castro, iba no pang part dyan ng Makabayan Black, malamang hahaba itong confirmation na ito dahil nga matatanong ng kung ano-ano. Pero si Risa Hontiveros mga kabanat kasama sa dito, pero makikita natin na si Risa Hontiveros yung mga tanong niya ay napahanga siya mismo at napakagaling. At itong si Villar ay talagang napaano talaga sa mga sagot ni ano. So ito yung bira ni Risa Hontiveros mga
Secretary,
kabanat.
16 years ago, you were named as the Philippines' youngest Secretary of Defense at 43. Now you are back to serve second tour of duty. So, paano po yung military affairs at yung DND mismo nag-evolve over those years, Mr. Chair?
Ma'am, I think there has been really a shift in evolution. Number one, from focus, Your Honor. Focus right now is in straddling the balance between maintaining internal security and with an emphasis definitely given yung mga pangyayari po sa outside environment po natin, pinapatatag po natin ang defense posture natin. Ngayon po, ang capabilities po ng AFP ay dahan-dahan po nating hinahabol, nile-leverage po natin ang ating mga alyansa. Ngunit, ang department proper po at ibang mga support agencies po, kailangan din po ihabol po natin upang sa ganon, Your Honors, ma-manage ang mga proseso at mga infrastruktura at mga programa properly. Kaya po, kailangan maghabol po tayo sa managerial aspect and we will try po to introduce management solutions to managerial problems and not military solutions to managerial problems. That is the transformation that we are trying to make, Your Honor. We are also deeply re-strategizing what we intend to do, at least in the next 5 years, Your Honor, in order not only to make the Defense Department more responsive to the outside and internal environments, but also to make more efficient our use of resources and to use information technology to the highest extent possible. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you also, good Secretary.
Lakas ng ulan mga kabanat dito sa amin Pasensya na, medyo mag-garalgal yung ating video dahil nga malakas, hindi ko nga marinig yung sinasabi ni ni National of Defense Gilbert Teodoro.
Several sa mga binanggit nyo relate to my later questions. For example, this one, Mr. Secretary, last June, during your first press briefing after you were appointed, you said that the priorities of, quote, national defense should transition without sacrificing the gains in internal security to external defense. So, ano po yung bakit po sinasabi ng defense establishment na yung external threats now outweigh internal threats, Mr. Chair?
Kasi po, that follows the position of the national security cluster po that internal threats have waned significantly. But nevertheless, Your Honor, the intensity of the need to focus on protecting our sovereignty, our sovereign rights, in the exclusive economic zone and other jurisdictions of the country become more paramount now as the whole world is in a race for resources, in a race for territory, in a race for influence. Hindi po tayo pwedeng maging laid back po dito at
Tama.
kailangan maging cognizant po dito dahil po we can and principally must use diplomacy. However, if diplomacy is not backed up by a strong spinal cord, then we will just be stymied by a greater force, Your Honor.
Thank you, Good Secretary. Gustong-gusto ko po yung sinabi niyo na we must principally use diplomacy, we must principally use politics. I always put political and diplomatic action by government on the front burner and on the back burner, backed up by that strong spinal cord. Nung sinabi niyo rin kanina yung strategic defense capacity at posture natin. And before I turn the page, gusto ko lang sabihin na na-appreciate ko yung several points that you made kahit dun sa unang tanong natin, and we'll follow them up in my later questions. It's been said, Secretary, that generals who know all possible adaptations to take advantage of the ground, and I know we have a number of officers and gentlemen here also this morning, know how to use military forces. After decades of our armed forces being configured primarily for land warfare and counterinsurgency, as you also referred to it, our national security policy manual emphasizes that we are an archipelagic and maritime nation. So, I was glad, Secretary, binanggit nyo kanina yung looking forward the next 5 years. Kasi ang tanong ko po ngayon, ano po yung vision nyo para sa kinabukasan ng ating militar? Specifically, paano nyo i-reorient yung ating armed forces papunta dun sa pag-secure ng bansa natin laban dun sa mga external threats, Mr. Chair?
In general, without divulging sensitive information, ma'am, the mandate now that we wish the armed forces to concentrate on is not only to guard against the islands of the archipelago and its internal waters, but to secure the peaceful, unimpeded, and unobstructed exploration of our sovereign rights over the 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone of the Republic and in all areas of the Philippines to secure our baselines, because that is the basis of an archipelagic doctrine, an archipelagic country. And thirdly, Your Excellency, Your Honor, I'm sorry, Your Honor, even in the modernization plans, even in our strategic basing, even in our alliances, Your Honor, leveraging our alliances, consistent though with the independent foreign policy stand of the Philippines, we will have to rethink where we are. And that will involve also the restructuring of our force mix and our resource mix, Your Honor.
Thank you, good Secretary. Mr. Chair, I have to say so far na isa po ito sa pinaka-interesante at fulfilling na or satisfying na pagtatanong so far sa mga opisyal na humarap sa atin. And I'll return to some of the other points you mentioned, Secretary, dun sa later and last questions ko. In yesterday's hearing po of the Senate Committee on National Defense and Security, Peace, Unification, and Reconciliation, Commodore J. Tariela of the Philippine Coast Guard stated that foreign state actors could be behind a disinformation campaign aimed at downplaying the aggressive behavior of the Chinese government vessels in the West Philippine Sea. An article published May of this year by the Jamestown Foundation said that these foreign influence operations, allegedly under the guidance of the Chinese Communist Party's United Front Work Department, seek to achieve information dominance. Dapat na tanong na isasubmit ko na lang po
The deal is to the best interest of both countries and not lopsided. We have to be very vigilant also and to be very aggressive in enforcing Philippine interests, first and foremost, Your Honor. That's why it is a matter of calibration, judgment, and arm's length negotiations, Your Honor.
Salamat, Secretary. I noted also into
Sa ngayon po, kailangan balansehin po natin ang moral and welfare ng ating pong mga kasundaluhan. At ang pinag-uusapan po dito sana ay hindi percentages, kung hindi magkano ang net take-home pay na iuwi ng ating sundalo. Ngayon po ay sila ay lagay sa sa posisyon po ng House at sa Kongreso. Ang retirees ay wala pong galawan ang kanilang benepisyo at ang mga naninilbihan po ngayon ay hindi po rin gagalawin ang kanilang mga benepisyo at ang kanilang mga karapatan sa ilalim po ng kanilang tinatanggap ngayon. Sa mga bagong entries po, pwede
entrance sa ating armed forces.
Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. Chair,
sovereign right to do so.
Half decade to achieve these different objectives, pati po yung pagbantay na dun sa transition na tinitingnan nyo for RSPS towards the trust fund, yung AFP modernization, kaya importante sa amin yung BCDA na yung tamang proceeds mapunta sa AFP because we want all sources of resources para sa AFP modernization program hanggang pa makumpleto nyo yung Horizon 3 will really be realized or achieved at yung pag-monetize nyo pati ng mga properties for all of these needs. So maraming salamat po and advanced congratulations. Mabuhay po kayo.
You know,
Thank you, Senator Risa.
si Risa pa lang ay agree na dito sa mga wala naman natin si Risa ay isang opposition pero nakikita natin na wala talagang tutol itong si Risa Ontiveros sa mga paliwanag ni Gilbert Teodoro, no? Pati si Risa ay napahanga, mga kabanat.
Ontiveros. But before we proceed, the Chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Lauren Legarda. Ma'am, good morning, good afternoon, and also the Chair likewise acknowledge the presence of Representative Greg Gasataya. Good morning.
Mr. Chair, thank you for recognizing my presence. I have no questions whatsoever because I am I feel very confident with Secretary Teodoro at the helm of the DND and of the country. We know him very well, and he's more than competent to lead the country. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The Chair would like to recognize Senator Cynthia Villar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I just want to ask one question out of your curiosity because I read an article that we will lose our source of gas in a few years from Malampaya. And there is an article that there is gas in Rectobank for our energy security. Do you think we can develop the Rectobank based on your opinion as the Department of Defense?
Ma'am, let me answer it this way. We should be able to.
Wow.
It is our sovereign right to do so.
That's a very nice answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Senator Villar.
Grabe, no?
Are there any more questions on the appointee? Secretary Gilbert Teodoro?
If there are none, Your
If
Honors,
there are none,
may I make a
Maybe,
formal
uh,
motion?
uh,
Yeah.
yes.
I will defer to my super ate.
No, maybe
Senator
we
Amy
Sure, can-
Marcos.
Yes, there being no further questions, may we make the formal motion to endorse to plenary the confirmation of the appointment of the Secretary of Defense, Gilberto Chodoro, a proud son of the North and the product of the Kabataang Barangay, together with myself and together with several others here. And time certainly has not dimmed his brilliance, even if
Parang
we are no longer so Kabataan or SK, and we are in fact Sangguniang Katandaan. Uh, he remains one of our proud products. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to second the
Senator,
motion.
Amy Marcos, and there's a motion by Senator Amy Marcos to,
Duly seconded, sir.
and being seconded
I'd like
and
to second the motion.
and thirded, Your Honor, to the plenary of the for the confirmation of Secretary Teodoro and the plenary this afternoon. And Majority Floor Leader, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chair. The Honorable Senator and our Senate President has moved to recommend to the plenary for the Commission to confirm the ad interim appointment of Attorney Gilberto C. Teodoro as Secretary of the Department of National Defense. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion and being seconded, no objection. So we will proceed later to the plenary for the confirmation of Secretary Gilbert Teodoro. Congratulations, Secretary. Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. Chair, before we start,
Chairman,
can we-
Mr. Chairman, Majority Leader, there's a request from Senator Amy now, because she knows you're a good cook. You just have to feed us now one time.
Oh, no problem with the help of Senator Amy, Your Honor, Mr. Senate President.
Thank you. Congratulations.
So yan mga kabanat, no, confirm na itong si National Secretary of National Defense Gilbert Teodoro, mga kabanat. Kinonfirm na dahil halos itong ating mga senador ay wala talagang may tanong dito sa ating bagong DND Secretary, no. Wala silang may tanong dahil nga napakagaling, no. Kitang-kita mo naman sa tanong pa lang ni Villar ay talagang intact yung sagot, mga kabanat. Swerte lang mga kabanat kasi pagka Committee on Appointment. Pero swerte lang hindi nakapasok dito si Raul, mga kabanat. Kasi kung nandito si Raul talagang matatagalan ito at ano-ano na naman sana itatanong, pero wala siya. Swerte na lang na talagang mga ganun tao siguro sa observation hindi naman talaga pinapayagan na isama sila dito sa mga ganito. Kasi lalong tatagal yung kaya marami silang tak burek, daming tanong. So, maraming salamat mga kabanat. Galing ito sa live. So malamang kasunod dyan itatanong, hindi ko lang alam kung itong GGBC, hindi ko lang alam ano ibig sabihin GGBC, at yun ko lang kung tapos na rin itong DFA. So ang pinukus ko lang kasi mga kabanat itong kay sa DND, no? Itong confirmation ni National Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro na talagang maraming napahanga, maging senador, maging congressman, mga kabanat. Talagang deserves na talaga. Hindi lang maging National Defense, baka in the future, mga kabanat, baka pwede ito maging presidente. Mga ganito kasing pananaw, mga kabanat, may potential talaga na makikita mo. Basta yung pananaw niya ay hindi magbago, hindi ma-influensya ng nakapalibot sa kanya, talagang malaking potential niya na itong si Gilbert Teodoro ay balang araw maging presidente ng bansang Pilipinas, mga kabanat. Pero hindi pa siguro 2028. Baka kasi pag tumakbo ito sa 2028, magsagupay sila ni Vice President Sara Duterte, ay talagang mahihirapan itong si Gibo, mga kabanat. Siguro kung hindi tumakbo si Vice President Sara, baka siya pwede. Sa akin talagang qualify siya. Itong si Gibo mas qualify siya sa 2028 No? Napakalayo pa pinag-usapan. Pero sa kikita mo talaga yung malasakit niya sa bansa. Then mo kasi matitimbang kung pinapanood mo yung mga taong nagsasalita. Dito mo makita na napakalayo niya sa ilang mga senador dyan. Napakalayo niya sa ibang mga presidente na tumatakbo. Yung kanyang paninindigan at pananaw. Lalo na dito sa larangan ng ating mga problema sa ating bansa. Yun lang muna mga kabanat. See you next video. Opya, paano ba to?